Hey guys, so here's your guys' note on add and subtracting rational expressions, okay? So students will be able to add and subtract rational expressions from this lesson today. So the total process of adding or subtracting rational expressions uses finding the LCD and writing equivalent fractions. The complete list of steps is below to add or subtract two rational expressions with unlike denominators. Step number 1, determine the LCD. Number 2, rewrite each fraction as an equivalent fraction with the LCD. This is done by multiplying both the numerator and denominator of each fraction by any factors needed to obtain the LCD. Step 3, add or subtract the numerators while maintaining the LCD. And step 4, when possible, factor the remaining numerator and simplify the fraction. So here we have these examples. Now, we have to figure out what the LCD is because, so the thing you should take away from today, if they have the same denominator, then you guys can add the numerators together, only if both fractions have the same denominator. So the LCD for this problem, you guys, is 5y. So that means we need to get both of these denominators to be 5y. So for this one, multiply top and bottom by y. This one, multiply top and bottom by 5. Because then, both of them will be 5y. So all of this will be over 5y. So y times 1, you guys, is y. 1 times 5, you guys, is 5. And this is going to be your guys' answer. Okay? Now, there will be problems where you guys will have to simplify, like this one. So both of these, you guys, are the same common denominator. So that means we could automatically add these together, but I want to factor these out first because that's always a good common rule, is to factor them out first. So when we factor this, you guys, we're going to get x minus 7 over x plus 1. They're both the same, right? So since they're both the same, that means we could just add the top together. 5x minus 4x, you guys, that is x. Negative 4 plus 5, you guys, that's plus 1. And this is the reason why it's always good to factor your guys' denominators out. Do you guys realize that both of them, top and bottom, has an x plus 1 factor? This enables you guys to cancel those out. X plus 1 from x plus 1. So then that gives us 1 over x minus 7. So if you never factored this out, you would have never known that we could cancel x plus 1 from top and bottom. So in the denominators, if you can, always factor those out. Oh, and the LCD for this one was x minus 7 and x plus 1. They were the same. Okay, now these are completely different, right? So the LCD, well, first we gotta break down 18, right? So we get 2 times 3 squared times x to the third times y, right? For this one, we gotta break 27 down to get 9 times 3 and then 3 times 3, so that's 3 to the third times x squared times y to the third. So to get the LCD, well, there's only 1, 2, so that has to be part of the LCD, right? Now there's factors of 3. Which one's bigger? 3 to the third. They both share an x factor, so which one's bigger? X to the third. And they both share a y, you guys. Which one's bigger? Y to the third. So multiply all this out, you guys, and we should get 54x to the third, y to the third. So that is our LCD. Right here, this is your guys' LCD. Now, remember, both of these have to match up to be that least common denominator, right? So I'm going to rewrite all of this down here. So what times 18 will give you guys 54? Well, 3 times 18 would give you guys 54. What else do we need to match up? X to the third is fine, but you guys, this is a y, that's a y to the third. So to make this match up with that, we need to multiply by y squared to top and to bottom. Okay, this one. 27 times what will give you guys 54 times 2. So we need to multiply top and bottom by 2. We need to match up the x's, so we need to multiply top and bottom by x to make this x to the third. What times y to, well, y to the thirds, they're the same. So we need to multiply that one, top and bottom, by 2x. And again, we're doing this because then it will enable us to add up the numerators. So all of this is over 54, x to the third, y to the third. 3y squared times 1, 3y to the second. 5 times 2x is 10x. Can't simplify the top, so that is going to be our answer. Number 4, least common denominator, you guys. Now both of these are different factors, so just multiply them together. So we need both of these to match up with this. Multiply this side by x plus 3. Multiply this side by x times x. So x all over x plus 3. So here we have to distribute this, you guys, to both of those to make it 5x plus 15. And then this minus sign actually gets attached to that one, you guys, that numerator. So negative 7y times x, negative 7xy. The top cannot simplify, so that is going to be our answer. Now for example 5. So with this one, you guys, we should factor these. You should always factor out your guys' denominator. So we can factor out a 3x from those two terms to get x minus 2. And if we did x method with that, you guys, we're going to get x minus 2. But since there's two of them, right? There's two of them, you guys, so it's going to be x minus 2 to the second. So LCD, there's a factor of 3x, and then there's a factor of x minus 2. They both share, but one of them has a higher power, so we're going to take that one. Okay, so we need both of these to match up with that one right there. So for this side, you guys, we can multiply top and bottom by x minus 2, so that x minus 2 times x minus 2 will match up with the x minus 2 squared. And then this side, you guys, multiply top and bottom by 3x so that we can get the 3x for that one. So all of this will be over 3x times x minus 2 squared. Distribute the 7 to both of these to get 7x minus 14. Just negative x squared times 3x, you guys, is negative 3x to the third. Cannot simplify the top, so that's going to be our answer. Okay. So let's do some of these. Now, I'm sorry, you guys, that this always happens. I'll try to make sure this is better cleaned up. But that number 3 was 1 over x squared plus 7x plus 12 minus 5 over x squared plus 5x plus 6. Okay, so you guys should probably pause the video to see if you guys can try these out first, and then when you guys get stuck, then you guys may play the video. Okay, so let's see how you guys did, okay? First, in order to combine these, we need to get the LCD. So these are all different factors, so just multiply them all together. 3, 5, x, y. Now, what times this will give you guys 35xy? 7y. What times this will give you guys 35xy? 5x. So we know all of this will be over 35xy, so 7y times 1 is 7y, 5 times 5x is 25x. So again, get them to be the same common denominator, and then that's when you guys can add them together. Now number 2 should be okay because you guys, they already have the same common denominator of x plus 5 and x minus 2. So since they're the same, we could just add the tops together. X squared, 3x plus 4x, 7x, negative 2 plus 12, plus 10. Now, we should factor the top if we can, and we can if you guys do your guys' x method. So we're going to get x plus 5 and times x plus 2. And the reason why we do that is, you guys, it's because, look, there's an x plus 5 on top and bottom, so we could cancel those out, and we get x plus 2 all over x minus 2. And that's going to be your guys' answer. Number 3. So both of these probably factor both the denominators out, you guys, so that we can see what factors we are dealing with, right? So we get x plus 4 times x plus 3. Sorry. This is all, 1 is all over this. Minus 5 over x plus 3 times x plus 2. Okay, so the LCD that we're dealing with is x plus 4, x plus 3, and x plus 2. Now, how do we get this to match up with this? It's missing an x plus 2, so we multiply top and bottom by x plus 2. What is this missing from this? It's missing the x plus 4. So we gotta multiply top and bottom by x plus 4. So this one, distribute to both. This is all over x plus 4, x plus 3, x plus 2. We get x plus 2, you guys. Now distribute this negative 5 to both of here. Negative 5x minus 20. Combine like terms, so x minus 5x is negative 4x, 2 minus 20, negative 18. And as you guys can see, the top, we can't simplify that. Even if we factor out a negative 2, it still will not cancel without anything on the bottom. So that is going to be your guys' final answer. So make sure you guys do your guys' scaling from 1 through 5 on your understanding, and make sure you write what's one thing that you did learn today. Okay? Alright, good luck everybody, and hopefully this helped you guys out fill out your notes and to learn about rational expressions. Okay? Good luck everyone. Peace.